Hey, good morning, everyone. I promise you I will not take too long. So I believe you guys, some of you guys are hungry right now. Yeah. So I'm pleased to share what I've done so far today. The understanding of the impact of weather conditions on transportation mode choices in Taiwan. Okay, I'm from CM Division, NTU.
Chiang.
Okay, here's the introduction. We know that in each action comes with the consequences. So this image I just want to show like the first image. Sorry. Oh, okay. The action nowadays is a little bit changed or significantly changed based on the climate change compared to the past. And for example, the first image, we avoid the outdoor activities, and this uh, kind of action consequently increasing the energy consumption. I'm sorry for the front because I did not change the front at first, but yeah, I try to make you understand what I want to say. Okay, and the second one, the people nowadays they try to consume the sustainable food, so the emerging of the sustainable food is increasing. And the third one, for example, the transportation mode choice decision was shifting. They shifting travel patterns like uh, some of them recognize using the traditional engine can cause a lot of CO2 emissions, so they change into the eco car. Okay, and I would say this sentence come from that research. I believe you cannot read it, but yeah, there is still a lack of theoretical understanding of how weather is perceived by travelers and affect their travel decision. Okay, before we getting to understand the weather conditions effect, we have to look into, or we trying to uh, we're trying to learn in a comprehensive view in the current situation. According to the uh, Department of Highway, Taiwan, okay, now the registered car, we have like 23 million vehicles registered, and the motorcycle take part of 62%. So we could say that one half of the population have their own motorcycles, and it's increasing years by years. You can see this one. This spot is a very famous spot in Taipei. Here we call it a scooter waterfall in Taipei. Here, a lot of scooters. So we could say that okay, Taiwan maybe Taiwanese love scooters. Okay, but we should know that the scooter is sensitive for the weather. And actually, there are several factors when we trying to understand their decisions. For example, the regional difference, the cultural difference, and some of health condition or comfort or convenience. And the weather conditions is one of the factors that have a very high uncertainty because some day is a cloudy day and some day have like typhoon or extreme weather event. So the people may decide differently. Yeah, the decision can, sorry for the front. Okay, and here's the research question. The first one is which meteorological variables significantly impact transportation mode choices? And the second one is how do varying weather conditions influence transportation mode choices among commuters in Taiwan? Okay, here's the first step of the methodology is the reviewing. I am trying to let you see the red text. That is the meteorological variables I try to put into my model of my questions. Here is the rain and humidity and wind, temperature, solar radiation and extreme weather like typhoon. Okay, we can divide it into three main variables. The first one is the thermal components, like temperature or solar radiation. And the second one is the physical components. So I just put it into the third one, like the wind and rain. And also they can, some of the variable are thermals and physical related. Okay, and here is my questionnaire. Okay, this study gains 593 responses from all regions in Taiwan. All regions mean like all area. And we divided into three parts. The first one is the demographic we usually use, like age and gender and education and income. And the second part is we try to extract the current situation of the transportation mode choices. And the third one, we would like to investigate how the weather have an impact on their decisions. Okay, let's see the result. For the demographic result is kind of boring, but yeah, I will just talk this part a little bit faster. Like for the age range, we most of the responses are millennials and some are Gen Z. And female and male is half-half. For the education, most of them came from, most of them have bachelor degrees. And the second most is the high school diploma. And here is the another demographic. For the first circle graph is the employment status. Most of them are employed. And the second one is total household income. Their income is a little bit higher than the minimum wage in Taiwan, starting from 30,000 to 100,000 NTD. And the current address, this is the biggest for cities. We get the responses from the biggest four cities, like Taipei, New Taipei, Kaohsiung, and Haicheng. And here, the current transportation habits, they have their own vehicles. 90% of the responses have their own vehicles, and around 60% they have their own bicycles. And the top 5 transportation modes are motorcycles, of course, and the second one is walking. We said walking modes, which more than 10 minutes. So everyone has to walk in every day, but the main transportation mode for walking has to be more than 10 minutes. And the third one is private cars and metro and buses. Okay, here is another interesting results we gained. We divided into 7 choices, like walking, bike, bus, metro, private car, motorcycle, taxi, or others. And I just want to let you see 5 days and 7 days. The 5 day is the light green one, and the 7 day is the blue one. Okay. For the light green one, here take most part. So what is the meaning of the 5 day? 5 day is a working day, starting from Monday to Friday. And they most of them use motorcycle the most. And the second most is walking. And for the 7 day, here I think this one is also motorcycle, take the most part. Like the data we have. Okay, for another results for current transportation habits, the workday travel distance is 1 to 10 kilometers. So most of the response, they stay near their workplace. And the second one is the average travel time. They spend like 20 to 40 minutes, and at most, and the second most is 10 to 20 minutes. Traveling cost per day, the most part is 10 to 30 NTD. It's quite cheap. Connection is unstable. It's okay. Okay, and this part I would like to show you is the impact of weather on transportation choices. 101 respondents of 70% always check the weather forecast, while 201 respondents or 33.8% check it frequently. This means the people always like plan before get out of their house. And here is the perception of any respondents. Like most respondents prioritize convenience as the most important factors of their decisions, and followed by cost and safety. Comfort is considered less important. What is comfort? I think comfortable kid. Yeah. Rank one. Who give the comfortable rank one is very low. And why the climate change concerns are ranked as almost least significant among these factors. This is quite interesting. Like the difference between convenience and comfort is the comfort is kind of the air temperature, the temperature they prefer, the biggest house they can get kind of, but it's very hard to get a comfortable situation. Maybe they rank the convenience is the physical accessible, like they can easily find the car or bicycle or like Grab. Okay, and here the study found that the heavy rain significantly impact the transportation choice. Of course, because most of them are using motorcycles, and 33% of respondents altering their plan, and 20.4 avoiding travel altogether. In contrast, light rain has minimal effect, with 42.4% of the respondents reporting no change. What we can extract from this? Actually, the heavy rain can prevent the some respondents, or not preventing, just let they decide another transportation mode. But the slightly rain in Taipei, actually it rains a lot, so the people getting used to it. Okay, for the result for the extreme temperature, like super hot or super cool days, is kind of interesting because at first we predict that the very hot temperature can prevent the people or change the people's mind, but we found that the colder temperature they will not use their motorcycle, they will just use their metro. Okay, here is the ultimate table for the results. You can see the private car or the motorcycle shifting. Like this is the current situation. 34% of them use the motorcycles, but for the heavy rain, this number reduced a lot to 9%. And the shifting is they will use more metro and buses. And here the light rain almost no change. And for the super hot temperature, like that number will reduce into 20, but for the super cold, they don't want to use their motorcycle because it's too hot in Taiwan for me. Okay, for the discussion, the first bullet is our study contribute the understanding of weather-related transportation behaviors, aligning with prior findings in Asian urban context. Okay, that is the reference. Similar to the study of Joe, we observed the shift toward metro and the private type used during heavy rain, indicating a common adaptation to avoid weather exposures. And the second bullet is moreover okay. Okay, I will just talk the important things. However, the limitation exists. Our survey sample, while broad, may not fully represent the rural areas. Maybe the regional difference we have to concern. And for the conclusion, this study analyzed the transportation using the survey and began the responses from 500, almost 600. Under typical condition, motorcycle are the dominant mode of the transportation. But for the weather events like heavy rain and extreme temperature prompt shifts in behavior. And this finding underscored the importance of integrating weather responsive strategy in transportation planning. Okay, thank you.